Hey, what's up guys? Back here for another video. This is a what I watch. I got 8 things here to talk about. The first couple things I'm going to talk about I actually don't own. So starting the first one is a movie called Winchester. This is a really good horror movie, really creepy parts in here. I really enjoyed it. It runs 99 minutes. I'll be sure to pick this up one if I ever see it anywheres. This next one, I really like this one. This is called Beast. It's pretty much about this girl. The start of the movie, it's her birthday. And then her sister and her husband are expecting a baby. So pretty much all the attention is pretty much going on to the sister instead of her. So she ended up going to like a party, like a club, whatever. And she ends up meeting this guy. And then they pretty much go to the beach and he's trying to force herself on to her and stuff. And she's not having it. So this other guy pretty much comes and like pretty much saves her, and then they pretty much build a relationship to kind of find out that he pretty much like takes like little girls and he pretty much like murders them and stuff. So the cops are pretty much after him and stuff, and it's really good and really good ending. I really enjoyed this movie. Then we got another one called Wonder Wheel. This was pretty good. It has Justin Timberlake into it, Kate Winslet, and Jim Belushi. And it's pretty much about her character right here. She's pretty much married to Jim Belushi, and she's not happy with him and everything. He's pretty much like a jerk and stuff. And the one day she ends up meeting Justin Timberlake. And him and her pretty much have a relationship. And at the beginning of the movie, Jim Belushi's daughter pretty much comes in the picture. He hasn't seen his daughter for like years. And come to find out, she's pretty much hiding out because she dated she married this guy and he was in the mob, and the mob's pretty much after her to kill her. So she's pretty much hiding out there. And at first Jim Belushi doesn't want nothing to do with her at all. So she's pretty much hiding out there, and then she end up meeting Justin Timberlake's character, and she pretty much starts having a relationship with him. And Kate Winslet's pretty much like getting mad, you know, like because she's like asked for all these questions and stuff. Because one day the daughter was pretty much walking to work, and it was raining out, and he picked her up, and he was like saying stuff to her, saying that her face looks nice in the sunlight and stuff. And she was pretty much telling Kate Winslet this stuff, and she was pretty much telling her not to stay away from him and everything. He's bad news. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. This movie takes place, I think, in the 50s. And then we got Instant Family. It's pretty much about these two people. They pretty much have a single life, and then they pretty much can't have any kids, so they pretty much decide to adopt kids. So they pretty much go to this adopted like session thing, and then they pretty much go to a park and they go pick their kids. Well, they pretty much meet this girl, but come to find out when they adopt her, these two come with them. So it's pretty much them adopting them, and at first when they do adopt them, they think it was a bad idea because the kids are not listening or anything. They wanted to pretty much like, you know, like give them back. And then at the end, at part of the movie, the mother comes back, and the mother was like pretty much like a crack whore and stuff. And so like the mother comes and like watches the kids and like has visitor times with them, and then the day that the mother's supposed to come pick up the kids, she pretty much falls off the wagon. So it's a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. It was really funny in parts. Then we got one called Wilson. This stars Woody Harrelson. This was a funny movie. I really enjoyed it. His character is really funny. He's pretty much talking to this guy on the bus, and he's like having a conversation. The guy's not listening. He's like, "Listen to me, fucker," or something like that. Or I don't know. It was funny. I really enjoyed it. And what this movie's pretty much about is pretty much about him and his ex-wife. She pretty much gets pregnant, but she tells Wilson that she pretty much got an abortion. But come to find out after that she didn't. So he pretty much contacts the girl that is his daughter, and they pretty much like meet up with her at the mall, and the kids are pretty much like making fun of her and stuff, and he pretty much steps in, and then they hang out for a while, and then the foster parents find out that they were hanging out with him, and then she goes to court and pretty much says what the foster parents want him to say, and that he ends up going to jail. But yeah, it's a really good movie. I really enjoy it. Then we got one called Street Kings. This one stars Keanu Reeves into it, and The Game, and Capone, and Cedric the Entertainer's in this. This is a good action movie. I really enjoyed it. I remember when it first came out, I always wanted to see it, and I finally sat down and watched it. Now we're going to talk about the two that I actually own in my collection. This is one I got from MarkBoy316. This is Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. I'm not going to pretty much talk about the story. You guys pretty much know the story of Hansel and Gretel. If you don't, it's pretty much about these two characters. When they're kids, they pretty much get kidnapped, and a witch tries to like pretty much like kill them. And they pretty much go kill her in the movie, put her in the stove, and then there's a lot of action in this movie. There's heads exploding. There's crazy stuff in this movie. And it only runs like 87 minutes, so it's an easy watch. But I'll be sure to watch this one again. And the last one I have to talk about is called Lottery Ticket. It's pretty much about Bow Wow on here. His grandmother plays the lottery all the time, and he thinks that he doesn't want to play it at all, so he pretty much goes on a date with this girl, and he gets a fortune cookie, and he uses those numbers to play the lottery, and he ends up winning, and then it's all the stuff people are pretty much after him and stuff because he's getting all this money and stuff, and it has Ice Cube into it. He pretty much lives like in a sewer, and Bow Wow every day has to go buy him, I think, Coke and beef jerky every day, and it got Mike Epps into it too, so that's funny. It got him in there too. He's the one that played the dad in Everyone Hates Chris. He's also in Street Kings too. But yeah, this was a funny movie. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, so when I rewatched it, I couldn't remember anything about it, so I was pretty much watching a brand new movie. But that's my end of my what I watched. If you guys like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, join the Fam Nation. Remember, I love some of you guys take time to watch the videos. I truly do. I'll check you next one, and peace. Okay guys, I know I ended my video, but I forgot to talk about a movie, and that was Life of the Party. I actually borrowed this from the library, and I liked it so much that I actually went out and bought it. It's pretty funny. It's pretty much about Melissa McCarthy's character. She pretty much is dropping off her daughter to college, and her husband pretty much says after she gets to the car that he wants a divorce, so it's pretty much her going back to school and pretty much going back to college because she didn't finish college because of him. And she pretty much falls in love with this, starts seeing this guy, and they come to find out that it's the woman's son is the one that's going on with her ex-husband. And it's really funny. I really enjoy it. So there you go. There's the last movie for this video.